everybody, Scooby here. This is part 2 of my shed vlog, and it's quite warm in here tonight. It's about, well, I don't know because I've not got my watch with me. It's about 9:45, and I'm in my little boudoir, glass of cider. Cheers everyone. I've just been watching, not been in long, and I've just put the computer on and watched Paul's Sheddage vlog. And I must say, Paul, that's very, very clever. Shed, garage, sheddage, brilliant. A nice big garage as well. Could fit a couple of American cars in there, mate. Anyway, I've been watching. I thought actually some other people would have put some more shed vlogs up tonight, especially Graham Evans. He's got a couple of sheds, and Gollum, because he drives a shed. But not heard out from Gollum for a couple of days. Only a few questions or a few answers to my video, so he's probably fed up of uploading for a couple of days. Probably got other things on his mind. I just realised that shelf is just ready for falling down. This shed really does need a makeover. It's absolutely crap. I'm going to rip all the plaster off and repaint it off. This shed used to be immaculate. My son used to have his garden railway. There's a hole there and a hole down there, and we used to have a railway from a German company, very famous German company called LGB, and it's garden railway equipment, massive trains. Spent about 15,000 or 16,000 quid on it, and had it professionally laid in the garden. And then my son lost interest and got interested in philosophy and football, and now he's interested in philosophy and not football. So we ripped the track up, and we've still got a lot of track out there. So this does let a bit of the wind in the winter, but I don't usually sit in the shed, so I'm going to try and block them holes up where the tracks used to run in. So yeah, Mr. Quintoni, I was watching your video before. I'm looking forward to the one with the mother-in-law. That should be funny. And noticed, Paul, when you were saying about your Atco lawnmower. I don't know if you know this. I used to actually, in this shed, they've still got the marks on the floor where the metal wheels used to run in. I used to be, well, still am, even though I don't own any. Used to be very interested in stationary engines. Don't know if you've ever heard of them. And this compressor here, don't know if you can see it. This compressor here has actually got Lister Junior, and the Lister Junior, just see like the Lister Junior stationary engine. If you know anything about stationary engines, it's a big flywheel and an upright engine with one piston, one cylinder, one set of tappets and carburettor, and you can put a belt round them, and it goes round a lot of pulleys. And I used to have a lot in my garden. We used to have some really good stationary engines, so I'll do a video, upload a video with photographs of them if I've still got them. I had, don't know if you've ever heard of a Bamford. I had a Bamford stationary engine which was about 7.5 feet tall with two massive 4-foot flywheels. That was just in the garden here. I had the Lister D, which is like a starter engine, probably the most famous one. I had, what else did you have? I had one of the, oh, I can't remember what it was called now. It's a while since I had him. The war end. You used to have them in the war. Oh, what was the name of them now? I'll think of it when I stop the video. So the Bamford, the Lister. Oh, I had about 8 or 9 engines, and what I couldn't fit in the shed, I had to leave them outside. So I had a Villas, and I had something else as well. And I just can't think of it. It was a WD. What Is it called now? Oh, I don't know. Now we're wasting time. So yeah, I used to be really into them, and I still am a little bit, even though I don't own any. So I used to keep them in this shed, and you can still see the tram lines where the metal wheels wore the paint away from the floor. So I'm going to get all this sorted out. It's quite nice. What's it like with the light off? Hey, like a disco in it. So excuse me. Yeah, so I don't know if you're interested in them. And also I noticed your lawnmower's the same as mine. Now isn't that brilliant? Okay. And also noticed that when I was with you at the cemetery, and every time I have met you when we was on the moors at Denby, now I know where my diesel went, because when I was in the car going up there, the diesel tank was full, and when I was coming home it was empty. And since you've shown us that siphoning equipment, now I know why. Anyway, I'm going to go to, this is my shed vlog number 2, and I've told you I'm going to Winwick Church. I'm hoping to go one day this week, and I'm looking to do another, because Sam's in a slight remission at the moment for a few weeks. This is when we both, Kathy does her things and I do my things, so we take opportunities to like clutch at what we need to do quick. So I think we've exhausted, or I've exhausted the Warrington Cemetery now. Although Paul, if you want to come back anytime, I'm more than happy to go. Oh yes, something happened tonight. I was talking to Kathy just about it. We was walking near George Formby's grave, near me and the 2 dogs, and Keith went absolutely mad, and I had to actually hold him against me dead tight for 5 minutes, because he was just going absolutely mad, and he's never ever behaved like that ever since I've had him. Summer just sat there rigid, and Keith was going absolutely crazy. I actually thought he was going to come off his lead and do a runner, because I only had one lead on him tonight because Summer had the other one. I actually really did shit myself. My heart was pounding, I was shaking, and I had to physically hold him, and he's a big dog. I had to hold him for 5 minutes to calm him down. So it's just where George Formby's grave is, but to the left is like a 2 rows of trees that goes to one of the little churches. Because there used to be 2 churches there. One of them got knocked down, which I don't think I told you that, Paul. But one of them got knocked down. You can still see where it used to be on the car park. You can still see the outline of it on the tarmac. But I've never seen him like that in my life before. And like I say, there's something going on in that cemetery, but I don't know. It doesn't want to bother with me. So I'll be going in there walking the dogs every day as usual. But I'm going to give it a. Unless you want to do another investigation there, that's brilliant. But I'm going to start going for somewhere else. I'm going to start thinking of some really good places where we can get some proper investigations done. Because I agree with you that it's okay going on these investigations and like you can have a laugh, you take the piss, but it spoils it, and you do need to be serious. So. I'm going to work out where. I mean, even Eggnog the other day when we was in Denby, I know Eggnog you can have a laugh and he has his little gimmicks going on, but he was serious, and I enjoyed it the other day with Eggnog because we had our little jokes, and then if it wasn't for the rain in the Priory, whatever it's called, at Denby, we'd have had a really good time because he was really serious about it. He brought all his equipment and that. And we had a good time until the rain came down, and even then it was great. So I am looking to do some really, really serious stuff in the next few weeks. So if you can think of anywhere, or anybody can think of anywhere, see, there's a lot of places in Warrington, but it's a long way for you to come. So, and I haven't got the time to go all the way to like where Eggy lives. Denby's not too bad because I know I can spend at least 3 hours there. So if there's anywhere around that area, Eggnog mentioned a place in Flint, so I'll have to find out more about it. I have been there before. I think it's this. Is it Elo Castle or something? So I'm going to look into that. But if there's any more, I'd like to do a house. I'd like to do a haunted house. because you can use the thermometers and things better there. And I'm definitely going back to the Calgurliag Bridge, the Packhorse Bridge. I am definitely going back there, even if you have to go on my own. I'm going back there because that was just brilliant. Anyway, 10 minutes is long enough, so I'm just going to finish my drink, and then I'm going to go in and have something to eat. And it's right, we all take the piss out of Graham and we all have a laugh and that, but it's like you said, Paul, there's one good thing about Graham. He takes it all in his stride, doesn't bother him, doesn't faze him, because he knows we're only joking. And he is, like I say, he is a good investigator and he is a good laugh. So I know you'll probably be saying, a lot of your eggnog is, oh, you arse-licking, Gollum especially be saying, you arse-licking bastard, but he's a good lad. I mean, we went outside his house the other day, parked outside his house, took the piss out of his purple car, his purple windows and door, but he took it in his stride, and he has got a really good sense of humour, and he's a brilliant person, and I've only had one cider, so I'm not pissed. No, but he takes it in his stride, and he's a real good laugh, so he's a good person to know. So anyhow, I'm just going to drill a hole in my head. Alright. Oh shit, I nearly pressed the bleeding trigger then. Imagine that, it'd have gone straight in my head. Might have knocked some sense into me. So I'm going in a bit, and you've seen me shed today anyway, so I hope to see other people's shed vlogs. Paul, that was a brilliant one. Sheddage. That was a cracker, and I hope to see more of them. And I also hope to see a lot more, even if you haven't got a shed. Paul made the effort to do the sheddage. So you can make the effort to do something like I did when we had the earthquake. You've all got a parlour under the stairs, so do one of them. Do a parlour vlog under the stairs and call it your shed or your garage. So no excuses. Peter Glynn, you've got a garage. Don't know what Ian Adams has got. Don't hear much of Ian now these days. But Graham Evans, he's got loads of sheds, so there's no excuse there. Evansy, baldy boy. Eggnog, you said you haven't got a shed. We'll break into your neighbour's shed and do one in there, or put a tent up in the garden or in your greenhouse. Get one done, Eggnog. Stop being a lazy git. Quintone, Mr. Quintone's done one, Paul's done one, I've done one, so let's see a few more. Gollum, you must have a shed, or if you've not got a shed, use your cave at the back of your house. Anyway, I'm going. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you.